Ever feel like the world expects you to slow down, wind down, maybe even fade out a little as the years pile on? Society often paints a picture of getting older that feels less about vibrant living and more about managing decline. We see advertisements focused on joint pain, memory worries, and all sorts of challenges that come with age. It can feel overwhelming, even a bit discouraging. Can't it? Like getting older is a problem to be solved, rather than a journey to be lived. It's easy to start measuring yourself against these expected difficulties, wondering if you're keeping up or if you're already behind. But what if that picture isn't the whole story? What if the graceful aging everyone talks about isn't some rare, unattainable state, but something you might already be doing, without even realizing it? There are subtle, everyday signs that you're not just aging, but aging with a quiet strength and vitality that could see you living a long, fulfilling life, perhaps even reaching those triple digits that once seemed impossible. These aren't grand, dramatic indicators, but simple reflections of how you live and interact with the world. In this video, we're going to look at 6 signs that suggest you are aging beautifully, maybe even setting the stage for a much longer, healthier life than you might have imagined. Stick around until the end, because discovering these signs in yourself might just surprise you. So, let's dive into these indicators, these quiet clues that your journey through the years is unfolding with grace and resilience. The first sign often shows up in how you move through your day, but it's not about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. It's simpler than that. It's about maintaining a certain level of physical engagement without it feeling like a chore. Are you still enjoying walks around the park, tending to your garden, or perhaps finding joy in household tasks that keep you mobile, like dusting shelves or tidying up? Maybe you still prefer taking the stairs when it's just a flight or two, or you park a little further away from the shop entrance just for those extra steps. This isn't about pushing yourself to extremes. It's about a natural inclination to keep moving. Think about the neighbor who is always out walking their dog, rain or shine, or the friend who still enjoys dancing at social gatherings. They aren't necessarily athletes, but they weave movement into the fabric of their daily lives. This consistent, moderate activity does wonders for circulation, muscle mass, joint flexibility, and even bone density. It helps keep your balance steady and reduces the risk of falls. More than that, it signals a fundamental willingness to engage with the physical world, a refusal to let your body become sedentary out of habit or perceived necessity. It's easy to dismiss this kind of everyday movement as just part of life, but it's a powerful signal that your body is still robust and you're unconsciously supporting its longevity. It's not just about burning calories, it's about maintaining functionality and independence. Consider how many small movements you make each day, reaching for something on a high shelf, bending down to tie your shoes, getting up and down from a chair multiple times. If these actions feel relatively easy and are part of your normal routine, that's a fantastic sign. It means your muscles haven't significantly atrophied. Your joints are still cooperating, and your overall physical resilience is strong. People who continue to move naturally and consistently into their later years are far less likely to experience the kind of debilitating physical decline that can shorten lifespan and reduce quality of life. They maintain better cardiovascular health, better metabolic function, and a stronger immune system. So, if you're someone who just naturally keeps pottering about, perhaps more than you even think about, count that as a significant positive sign. It's a quiet commitment to staying active, embedded in your daily habits, and it's building a foundation for a long, healthy life. You might not even call it exercise, you just call it living. But that's the beauty of it. It's sustainable, enjoyable movement that doesn't feel like a burden. It's the opposite of feeling like you should exercise. It's just part of who you are and how you navigate your environment. Think about the practical benefits too. Maintaining strength and balance means you can continue doing the things you love: gardening, playing with grandchildren, traveling, pursuing hobbies that require some physical effort. It keeps your world larger and more accessible. This consistent physical engagement is often a marker of someone who isn't just accepting the limitations that age might bring, but is actively, albeit often subconsciously, pushing back against them by simply continuing to live an active life. It's a profound sign of underlying vitality and a strong predictor of healthy longevity. Moving on from keeping the body active, the second sign we're looking for is tied to your mind, specifically your ongoing curiosity and willingness to learn. As we get older, it can be tempting to settle into routines and stick with what we know. The world changes rapidly, and keeping up with new technology, new ideas, or new ways of doing things can sometimes feel like too much effort. But those who are aging gracefully and potentially setting themselves up for a long life often possess a vibrant intellectual curiosity. They're interested in understanding the world around them, whether that's learning how to use a new smartphone app to connect with family, delving into a historical period they never studied in school, trying a new recipe, or following current events with genuine interest. It's not about having a university degree or being a walking encyclopedia. It's about a fundamental openness to new information and experiences. Have you recently tried to learn something new? Maybe taken up a language app, joined a book club, watched a documentary on a subject you knew nothing about, or even just figured out how to order your groceries online. This isn't just about keeping the brain sharp, although it certainly does that by building new neural pathways and improving cognitive function. It's also about maintaining a sense of wonder and engagement with life. People who remain curious are less likely to become isolated or feel irrelevant. They find joy in discovery and are more adaptable to change. This mental agility and willingness to learn is a powerful buffer against cognitive decline. It keeps the mind stimulated and engaged, which is crucial for long-term brain health. Think about someone you know who, despite their age, is always asking questions, trying new things, or discussing interesting topics they've just learned about. They possess a certain spark, a vitality that comes from an active mind. This isn't forced, it's a natural inclination. It's the person who teaches themselves to knit from a YouTube video, or decides to learn about birdwatching, or gets hooked on a podcast series about science. They aren't doing it because they feel they have to, but because they are genuinely interested. This intrinsic motivation to learn and understand is a hallmark of someone who is not just passively experiencing life, but actively engaging with it. It shows a belief that there is still more to explore and discover. Regardless of age, this intellectual engagement keeps the mind flexible and resilient. It helps maintain problem-solving skills, memory, and the ability to adapt to new situations in an ever-changing world. This adaptability is key to navigating challenges and maintaining independence. So, if you find yourself naturally drawn to learning new things, asking questions, and staying informed about the world, consider it a significant sign of graceful aging and a strong predictor of a vibrant, long life. Your brain is staying active and engaged, and that's a fantastic investment in your future well-being. It's a quiet rebellion against the idea that learning stops at a certain age. It's a commitment to lifelong growth. The third sign is perhaps one of the most powerful, and that's the strength and quality of your social connections. We are fundamentally social creatures, and the need for connection doesn't diminish with age. In fact, it often becomes even more crucial. People who maintain close relationships with family, friends, and their community tend to be happier, healthier, and live longer. This isn't just about having a lot of acquaintances. It's about having meaningful connections, people you can talk to honestly, who support you, and who you support in return. Do you have people you regularly share a cup of tea with, call on the phone, or meet up with? Do you feel a sense of belonging in your neighborhood or local community? This could be through formal groups like clubs, volunteer work, or religious congregations, or simply through informal interactions with neighbors, friends, and family. loneliness, and isolation. On the other hand, are serious health risks, often compared to smoking or obesity. They contribute to stress, depression, anxiety, and even increase the risk of physical ailments like heart disease and stroke. People who are aging gracefully understand, perhaps instinctively, the importance of staying connected. They make an effort to nurture their relationships, to be present for others, and to allow others to be present for them. It's the grandparent who is actively involved in their grandchildren's lives, the friend who remembers birthdays and calls just to chat, the neighbor who looks out for others on the street. These interactions provide emotional support, a sense of purpose, and practical help when needed. They also keep you engaged with different perspectives and activities, preventing you from becoming too insular. Sharing laughter, concerns, and everyday moments with others is incredibly nourishing for the soul and protective for the body. When you have people you care about and who care about you, you have a built-in support system that helps you navigate the inevitable ups and downs of life. It makes you feel valued and gives you reasons to stay engaged with the world. This social vitality is a powerful sign of resilience and a strong indicator of a long, healthy future. It's not just about avoiding loneliness. It's about actively participating in the human experience alongside others. It's about giving and receiving, sharing life's journey. People with strong social ties tend to manage stress better, adopt healthier habits, and recover more quickly from illness. So, if you find yourself naturally reaching out to others, maintaining your friendships, and feeling connected to your community, recognize this for the powerful, life-affirming force that it is. It's a quiet commitment to connection, embedded in your heart and daily interactions. And it's building a network of support for a long, vibrant life. Continuing on our exploration of the signs that point to a long, healthy life, let's look at the fourth indicator. This one is perhaps less about action and more about attitude. Specifically, your capacity for resilience and maintaining a positive outlook, even when faced with challenges. Life, at any age, throws curveballs. As we get older, we inevitably encounter losses. Friends and loved ones pass away. Health issues may arise. Circumstances change. It would be unrealistic, and frankly, unhealthy, to pretend these things don't happen or don't hurt. Graceful aging isn't about being perpetually happy and ignoring difficulties. It's about the ability to navigate these challenges without being completely overwhelmed by them, to bounce back, to find meaning and even glimmers of light in difficult times. Do you tend to see problems as obstacles to be overcome rather than insurmountable barriers? Do you look for solutions or ways to adapt when things don't go as planned? Can you find humor in everyday situations, or appreciate the small joys even when bigger things are tough? This isn't about forced optimism. It's about having a fundamental resilience, an inner strength that helps you weather the storms. It's the person who, after a health setback, focuses on their recovery and what they can do, rather than dwelling on what they can't. It's the one who loses a loved one but finds solace in cherished memories and the support of others, eventually finding a way to move forward while still honoring their loss. This resilient mindset isn't something you're born with or without. It's something that can be cultivated. It involves accepting what you cannot change, focusing your energy on what you can influence, and maintaining a sense of hope. People who age gracefully tend to possess this quality. They understand that life isn't always easy, but they haven't become cynical or defeatist. They maintain a belief in their own ability to cope and adapt. This positive attitude and resilience have a profound impact on physical health. Chronic stress and negativity can weaken the immune system and contribute to inflammation, which is linked to many age-related diseases. A resilient mindset, on the other hand, helps regulate stress hormones, promotes better sleep, and encourages healthier behaviors. It's not about never feeling down. It's about not staying down. It's about having coping mechanisms, whether that's talking to a friend, pursuing a hobby, practicing mindfulness, or finding comfort in routine. It shows a fundamental belief in the value of life and a determination to live it as fully as possible. Despite its challenges, this ability to maintain perspective and find positive aspects, even amidst difficulty, is a powerful sign of inner strength and a strong predictor of a long, fulfilling life. It's a quiet declaration that you won't be defined by adversity, but by how you choose to respond to it. Our fifth sign relates to how you listen to and care for your body's needs, not out of strict adherence to rules, but out of a gentle, intuitive self-care. As we age, our bodies undeniably change. They might send us different signals than they used to. Aging gracefully involves paying attention to these signals and responding with kindness and good sense, rather than ignoring them or fighting against them. This means things like trying to get enough sleep because you know it helps you feel better the next day, choosing nourishing foods most of the time because they give you energy, and taking breaks when you feel tired. It's not about being on a restrictive diet or exercising rigorously every day, unless that's genuinely what makes you feel good. It's about recognizing when your body needs rest, hydration, movement, or certain types of nourishment. Do you generally feel aware of your body's needs and try to meet them? For example, do you notice when you're thirsty and drink water? Do you adjust your activity levels when you're feeling low on energy? Do you listen to your body when it tells you it needs a good night's sleep? This intuitive self-care is a mark of someone who respects their physical being and understands that it needs nurturing to function well. It's not about chasing some ideal of youthful perfection, but about optimizing your health and well-being at your current age. It might mean choosing a quiet evening over a late night out because you know you'll pay for it the next day. It might mean enjoying your favorite treat in moderation because you know strict deprivation makes you miserable. It's about balance and listening inwards. This gentle self-attunement has significant health benefits. It helps prevent burnout, supports healthy digestion, maintains stable energy levels, and strengthens the immune system. People who are good at this kind of self-care are less likely to push themselves to the point of exhaustion or ignore persistent health issues. They are more proactive in seeking care when needed and are better at managing chronic conditions. This ability to listen to your body is a form of embodied wisdom. It recognizes that your physical self is your foundation for experiencing life, and taking good care of it is not a luxury, but a necessity. It's about making choices that support your vitality, not just today, but for the long haul. It's a quiet partnership with your own physical being, based on respect and understanding. So, if you find yourself naturally inclined towards taking care of your basic needs, sleep, hydration, sensible eating, rest, without it feeling like a rigid set of rules, that's a powerful sign of intuitive self-care and a strong indicator of a long, healthy life. You're honoring your body's signals, and that investment pays dividends in terms of energy, resilience, and overall health. Finally, let's talk about the sixth sign, and it's perhaps the most deeply rooted maintaining a sense of purpose or continued engagement with life beyond just meeting basic needs. As people retire or their circumstances change, it's easy to lose the structure and identity that work or raising a family provided. Those who age most gracefully and live the longest often replace these with new sources of meaning and engagement. This could be anything from volunteering for a cause you believe in, passionately pursuing a long-held hobby, mentoring younger people, caring for family members, or dedicating yourself to a creative pursuit. It's about having something that motivates you to get up in the morning, something that gives structure and meaning to your days. Do you have activities or responsibilities that make you feel useful, engaged, and connected to something larger than yourself? This sense of purpose is a powerful antidote to feelings of aimlessness or depression that can sometimes accompany later life transitions. It provides motivation, structure, and a reason to stay mentally and physically active. Think about the retired teacher who volunteers as a tutor, the grandparent who is the family historian, the artist who continues to paint or sculpt, The gardener who finds deep satisfaction in nurturing life. They aren't just filling time. They are investing their energy in something that matters to them. This engagement provides intellectual stimulation, social interaction often, and a feeling of contributing something valuable. It gives life texture and depth. Research consistently shows that having a strong sense of purpose is linked to lower rates of depression, better physical health, and increased longevity. When you have a reason to be engaged with the world, you are less likely to withdraw and become isolated. You have goals, even small ones, that give direction to your days. This purpose doesn't have to be grand or public. It can be deeply personal, like perfecting a craft or being the keeper of family traditions. The key is that it matters to you, and it keeps you actively participating in life. It shows a continued investment in the future, a belief that there is still value to be created and experiences to be had. It's a quiet refusal to just sit back and watch the world go by. It's about remaining an active participant. This ongoing engagement provides a sense of identity and continuity, reminding you of your capabilities and contributions. It's a fundamental driver of well-being and a powerful predictor of a long, vibrant life. So, if you find yourself still driven by interests, dedicated to activities that matter to you, or feeling a sense of responsibility towards others or a cause, that is a significant sign of maintaining purpose and a strong indicator that you are aging gracefully and building the foundation for many more years of fulfilling life. So, we've talked about 6 signs that might indicate you are aging gracefully and potentially setting yourself up for a wonderfully long life without even fully realizing it. It's not about being perfect or never facing challenges, but about how you navigate the journey. We've explored the importance of maintaining that gentle, everyday physical movement, the quiet power of staying curious and open to learning new things, the deep nourishment that comes from nurturing your social connections, the strength found in resilience and a positive outlook even through tough times, the wisdom of listening to your body and practicing intuitive self-care, and finally, the vital spark of maintaining a sense of purpose and engagement with life. You might look back at these signs and realize you're already doing many of these things, perhaps just seeing them as normal parts of your day-to-day life rather than conscious strategies for healthy aging. And that's the beauty of it. Graceful aging isn't always about following a rigid plan. It's often the natural outcome of living a life filled with simple, life-affirming habits and attitudes. Remember, getting older is a privilege, and how you experience it is influenced significantly by these underlying patterns of behavior and mindset. Small choices, made consistently over time, add up to a profound difference in your health, happiness, and longevity. If you recognized some of these signs in yourself, take a moment to appreciate the wonderful job you are already doing. If some areas felt like a gentle nudge, perhaps think about how you might weave a little more curiosity, connection, or gentle movement into your routine. It's never too late to nurture these aspects of yourself. You have so much life experience, so much wisdom, and so much still to offer. Embrace where you are and the journey ahead. I'd love to hear which of these signs resonated with you the most, or if you've noticed other signs of graceful aging in yourself or those around you. Share your thoughts in the comments below. It's always inspiring to hear from you. If you found this video helpful or encouraging, please give it a like. It really helps us reach more people who might benefit from this message. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel for more content aimed at helping you live your best life at every age. Thank you for watching and for being part of this community. Keep living vibrantly. Keep exploring. Keep connecting. And keep being wonderfully you. Live your best life at every age.